There is no luck in business. There's drive, determination, and more drive. And today we are in conversation with a person whose sheer drive has taken his brand to a whole nother level, Mr. Aamer Khan. Mr. Aamer Khan, thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to ask you the very first question I ask all my guests. Tell us how they got here, about their journey through everything to bring them to where they are.
Well, it started many years ago. I started with a multinational company, working in the area of sales and marketing. Worked very hard to come up the corporate ladder, and found myself in the Middle East.
So it wasn't a plan to suddenly end up over here, just was a natural progression?
No, it was not a plan. I was brought up in Saudi Arabia, and in the 70s, giving away. Yes, and in those days there was no satellite TV and
no internet.
No internet, and in Saudi Arabia you had to learn to speak Arabic. So that was very helpful in getting to know the region very well.
Could you tell us about the brand that you're currently promoting in the UAE market?
I am responsible for hire. I look after the Middle East area. We have been launching this product this brand in this market for a number of years now. We are currently looking at expanding and putting our foothold correctly into this market. And we are looking to become one of the top 3 players in our industry.
What should one keep in mind in order to stand apart from the competition today?
Well, basically, the one thing is for sure is that the market is constantly changing. So it's a dynamic world. So you've got to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of competition. So you've got to be innovative, and you've got to have this fire inside you to be able to come up with new ideas and have that determination. And so determination, innovation, and hard work is basically what is needed to survive in this market. Yeah.
If not in this profession, what would you most probably be doing?
I love to work with people. So I enjoy it when you learn from people, when you talk to people and you get things done, things which people would say are impossible, and then you convince them, and then suddenly they believe in what you say and they become one of your soldiers. So that is something that is very close to me.
Family is an institution that can either make you or break you.
Absolutely.
What happened in your situation?
Well, I was lucky enough to marry my wife many years ago. We have managed to bring out 2 lovely children in this world. One thing we decided was that we wanted our children to have a proper full attention. So we decided that my wife was not going to work.
Okay.
She has been a pillar, an absolute anchor for me to make sure that everything was okay at home. So whenever I return from a hard day's work, everything at home is more or less taken care of and in control. And so it gives you peace of mind, and you look forward to coming home every day.
What is your mantra to de-stress? Because I'm sure you have a very hectic schedule. Yes,
I do, and I don't get much time to do something for myself. So I resort to spirituality.
Okay.
So I'm a little religious, a little bit. So whenever there is some stressful time, or usually, being a Muslim, we have to be in connection every day
with God.
With God, we are told we must do that. So that helps a lot in getting rid of your stress, because at the end of the day, you know that what is written for you is written, and what's going to be, it's going to be.
And someone's there to catch you when you fall, right? It's
absolutely,
a wonderful thought.
Absolutely.
Do you believe that luck determines your fate, or that hard work contributes more?
Well, these days, if you don't work hard, you don't get anywhere. So hard work is a given. You have to do that.
If given a chance, what would you like to change about your present life, and why?
Well, when I was growing up, I used to have my grandfather who would have a routine of sitting out in the garden at 5 o'clock in the afternoon with his cup of tea and his biscuits, and everybody would be surrounding him, and then there might be some guests coming over just unexpectedly. And they would sit there till dusk would come along, and then move into the house and then do his thing. I love that kind of a lifestyle where you would be able to just sit down and relax and spend some time together.
Just relax.
Yeah, just relax and maybe ponder over things, but have a discussion with people. It's just a way of connecting with the family, connecting with yourself.
Connecting with nature also.
Connecting with nature as well, absolutely. So if I could have it my way, I would definitely have those 2-3 hours a day.
As would I, very much so. I would love that.
Yeah, so I would love to do that, yeah.
What plan should we anticipate from you in the next 5 years professionally?
I would like to, first of all, continue with the project that I've got in hand. As I said earlier, I have an ambition of bringing this brand to the top, one of the top 3 players.
Any advice that you would like to give, the young blood entering the market who's trying to make it and not give up on their dreams?
I see a lot of people trying to look for shortcuts nowadays, unfortunately.
That's true.
And everybody focuses on what others might think. I feel that first of all, you've got to look at yourself and and respect yourself and say to yourself, if I'm happy with what I'm doing, if this is what I want to do, and if you're happy with mediocre, if you're happy with low level, there's nothing wrong with that. You can be. But if you really want to push yourself and become somebody successful, first of all, like I said, there's got to be hard work and you've got to be determined. But you need to also understand that you shouldn't step on other people's toes at the same time. You've got to do it in a way where you can take people together. And those days of being ruthless are gone. They don't work anymore.
They don't work anymore.
And I keep on saying, a fool is the one who thinks the person who's sitting in front of him is a fool.
I agree.
So you're a bigger fool for thinking that, in my opinion. So you've got to respect others as well. And you've got to take risks. You've got to take risks. If you don't take risks, then the bigger the risk, the bigger the returns. And I also have a saying, your attitude will determine your altitude.
Altitude, yes.
So I love this saying because it talks about your attitude towards life, towards yourself, towards other people. It's not just that I want this, it's just I want this with other people.
I'd like to thank you, Mr. Aamer Khan, for such a wonderful and insightful conversation. It was completely our pleasure to have you today.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure.